Hey everyone, welcome to the first episode of your GKS Besties. And it's a series that we will spill the tea of the life of GKS students and their ups and downs and the good memories in the between. So I'm your host Rahila, a fellow 2021 GKS scholar. And if you are dreaming of becoming a GKS scholar, or you're just curious about student life in Korea, you're in the right place. And in this series, I will be chatting with amazing GKS scholars who are doing the scholarship in different universities. So they will share their stories, and we'll explore more about their academic lives, and also like their tips and tricks of like how they did the challenges in the Korean studies, the academic lives, in the actual studies they are doing. And yeah, we are covering all of it. And today we have a very super special guest here from India, so who is here to share her journey. So grab your snack, get comfy, and let's get started. Hi, thank you so much for accepting the invitation and giving your time to us to share your journey with us. Thank you so much. Can you introduce yourself? I know you. Can you introduce yourself to the people who are watching you?
Hi, my name is Sara and I'm from India, a city in Telangana, that is Hyderabad. I am studying at Yonsei University and my major is business administration. I am currently in my fourth year, my final year, and I'll be graduating next year in February.
Yeah, same for me. Okay. How was your scholarship journey? You're coming from India, so how was the scholarship journey there? Like from the application, interview, visa? Can you tell us more about it?
So I graduated my high school in May 2019, and then I was on a gap year until I came to Korea basically. So during my gap year, I was doing tuition classes, I was doing an internship at my high school, I was also teaching assistant, and then when I was doing that, I was simultaneously preparing for my application. So I started preparing in June 2020. That is when I started to give my IELTS, start writing my essays, collect all my documents, contact my school for recommendation letters and everything. And then in October I submitted my application, and then I think within 2 weeks I got my result for the interview. I did my interview. It was online through Skype. Then I got my results, and then I was waiting for my 3 universities to give me their final offer. And then I waited until Yonsei gave me the final offer, and then I accepted it.
So yeah, you were embassy track, right?
Yeah.
So with the embassy track, you have 3 universities to choose. So which universities you chose, and what was the criteria that you you was thinking about? Like how did you choose those 3 universities?
So yeah, I wanted to choose all of the Sky universities, but then it wasn't allowed.
Yeah.
So I definitely wanted to choose one of the Sky universities. So I mostly, my criteria was how many classes in English do they have.
Oh, yeah.
So as far as I knew, I couldn't find any information on SNU and if they had any business classes in English. So and I also contacted past scholars to like ask about their opinion on what do they think about this. So what I got was that SNU doesn't have a lot of classes, and it is good for everything, but then it wasn't good for me.
Yeah,
so
for your major.
Yeah. So I knew that business in Yonsei, it's really good. They have a lot of English classes because there's a lot of exchange students. So most of the classes are in English, and I think I did good because I'm in Yonsei right now. And all of my classes were in English, mostly. And the other university I chose was Songyungwan University, SKKU, because I think during my research I found that they were also good at business. And then for the type B universities, I chose the Gyeongbokdae in Daegu. I don't remember what was my criteria for that one. But yeah, I ended up choosing that. So those were my 3 universities. I also had a additional interview for Gyeongbokdae, but it was through email. So they sent me a list of questions and I just had to answer them through email. Yeah. SKKU didn't have any additional interview. So my first offer was from Gyeongbokdae, and then it went to SKKU, and then Yonsei was last. They were really late
to answer. And it's like,
it was
"No,
like just one day before I had to give my final offer. So it was December 9 or 10 is when I received my offer from Yonsei, and then the next day it was the deadline to choose the universities.
So, like, based on your major, you're choosing your universities. So maybe SNU is good, like top in the Korea, but it might not be top in your major. So for the business, you found like Yonsei is good. So, for example, you approached people, and also you watched the syllabus they have. This was the 2 things that you were like the people who are going to choose universities, what things you need, like what do you suggest them to see or to consider while they are choosing a university?
So first, go through their website. They have the English versions. Go through it. Don't go through the official website for the university, but go for your major. So you'd find like main classes, what are the different tracks, because for business it's business administration. They don't have like accounting or marketing or like consulting as their majors. Business administration is the only thing, like 경영학과. And then they have a lot of classes that is for marketing, for like management, for operations, for HR and everything. So you have to select the classes that is for the track you want to take. So they have all of that written in their notice boards in their website for the major. Go through that. They also have they have also listed a lot of like organizations and like clubs and hakkaes, which are basically for your own major. So look at those. Look at what the like future chichik is for your major. Like how many people are actually getting jobs in Korea, or maybe what are the future opportunities for that. So base your criteria really, so have your level bar really high. So you don't make any regrets after you come here. And especially for Sky, if you're choosing Sky, I suggest choose 1 or 2 if you feel like you'll
so
really
confident.
if you feel really confident, then 2, but then 1 is okay. So you have Sky 1, and then like the type A universities which are not Sky, so maybe like SKKU, Gyeonggi-dae, and like those universities. So you
like top 10s.
So it's a safer choice than Sky. And then for type 3, you can choose whatever feels right to you.
Based on your search. Like maybe do you suggest like outside Seoul universities?
So outside Seoul universities are good, but it's based on major. So if your major is mostly like engineering or science, then maybe post-tech is good. So it depends on your major.
But if it's like business, I think for business it like Seoul is much more opportunities you like have.
Seoul has a lot of opportunities,
and
but
so
it depends.
many events too. So you chose your 3 universities, then you had to write your personal statement. So can you tell us more about it? How did you do that?
So I wrote my personal statement. It took me 3 months. So I didn't know where to start. So I had to go back to my life experiences, pick stories which I could share. And these stories are not important. What important is what you learned from it. So it's basically your reflection of who you are, what you did, and what you learned from it, and how do you plan to like have it in your future. So how will it lead to your future? Like learnings don't stop, that it continues. So how will it help you in the future? So I thought of those things, and then I picked my most important experiences, such as my gap year, and then what I did, and then what I learned through that gap year. Because gap year concept is not really it's not well known in India. And gap year, they're like, oh, they're just sitting at home just chilling and not doing anything. But then if you're taking a gap year, you better start applying for not jobs, but like internships or like volunteer experiences. So it doesn't matter if it's directly linked to your major, as long as it has a very small link. Because of course they don't want you to know a lot of stuff before you even start your university. So even if you gain few skills, such as maybe teamwork or like perseverance or communication or anything, so those skills are more important, and make sure that you write that in your personal essays, and then connect it to the 3 universities you choose. And then why Korea. So your essay should end with why this. So you've had your stories, you've had your experiences, you've had your learnings. How is it connecting to your life in Korea?
So if you say like you're choosing with the MC trick, you're choosing 3 universities, right? So, and you're writing did you write one personal statement?
Yeah, you have to just write one.
So you need to find something in the common between these 3 universities so that you can write it down. Because I got that question a lot too. So because you have 3 like choices, like how you specify, like you should like write individual. No, it's like, so it will like
So you find like 공통점.
like something
like common
in the middle,
points.
like
Because you're choosing universities that are in Seoul and that are not in Seoul. So of course they'll have their own differences. So choose a common point and be general but still be specific. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah. Because like what you mean, like you're applying for the same major, it's just like different universities. And you have your also criteria of like what you want, which university you choose. They are having something like similar. That's why you're choosing these 3, and you wishing to get into one of them. So just see what is that point and just write that about it. So after personal statement, study plan is also like so important. It's also a point which will differ you from another applicants who's applying. Can you tell us more about your study plan?
So for my study plan, I divided into 2 sections. One was how I do my language learning and how I do my university years. So it's 5 years. So I divided into 1, and then the 4 years I divided them into 4 years. So like year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4. And first, let's start with the language here. So I focus on listening, writing, reading, and speaking. I made like 4 paragraphs, and then I wrote specific on how I'd improve my listening skills by maybe like listening to a lot of Korean podcasts or like audios, dramas, movies with songs and everything. Because you have to become familiar with the Korean language, so you have to listen to it repeatedly. So that is what I did. And for the reading, I would read a lot of like children's book.
That is a good way to start. Like you need to be realistic, like don't miss like, okay, I'll read lots of books. So it's like
children's book, because it's very easy. They have easy words, they have easy grammar, so it's really easy to grasp on that.
Like,
and then writing. For the writing, I think I wrote about how I'd learn a lot of vocabulary and grammar. So I would focus most of my time on vocabulary, because you can't form sentences without any words. So that is what I did. And then for speaking, I think I wrote about how I'll go out of my comfort zone and talk with a lot of Koreans and my teachers, because they're the ones who are going to correct my Korean. And
Yeah.
even if I make mistakes, even if my Korean's broken, as long as they understood me for like survival, it's okay.
Yeah.
So that is what I think I wrote. And then for my university years, I wrote what I do in my freshman year, that is to basically adapt to the culture, to the classes, and start searching for like opportunities and then do good in my classes. For year 2, it was mostly getting to know more about my major, the track I like, such as marketing or like operations or communications. Base my focus on that. And for year 3, it was mostly finding internships and like joining clubs and those other scholarship programs. And for year 4, it was mostly preparing for my graduation
Yeah.
and applying to companies or like grad school.
Yeah.
So I wrote like in detail on how I do those things. So yeah, that was my study plan.
So I mean, like if you write it by your own, it's kind of like challenging because you don't know you're writing it and you think it's like good, but it might not be good. So how did you like
So
verify that?
I sent it to my friends, my close friends. So they read my essay, they gave me feedback. We edited it together. I edited it by myself, so I sent it to them. They gave me feedback. We did over and over again until we reached the perfect essay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you think you're doing good, but then you find certain grammatical errors or like spelling errors and something which sounds weird.
Yeah.
So maybe like giving it to other people so they could read it and then give you feedback is good.
Yeah, for grammatical mistakes, I think they won't have any mistakes now.
ChatGPT.
But yeah, for like the how you're putting things together, like some things like you should not say things so cliche things.
No general stuff.
Yeah, so and be more realistic with it. I think like other people who already have experiences will help you toward this a lot. So just check it out, give it to other people to revise it. It's going to help you a lot. So you got the scholarship, yeah. And also we met in that
Language,
process. Yeah, that was at that time we met and we are friends from that time. And how was the language learning process for you? Was it easy, challenging, difficult?
So my language year was probably the best year I had in Korea. So I think I got my topic 5 in the first 5 months, so the first semester.
Yeah.
So we took a level test first, and then because I just knew Khana Dara Mabasa, I think I couldn't complete the level test and I was placed in the AIPAN. So it was for the beginners who didn't know anything. And then we started from
You were
the Kilja.
We were not in the same.
We were in the same class.
Okay.
Pak Chun
Yeah. Okay.
So we were in the same class, and then we started with the beginner course of learning from like ABCs of Korean.
Yeah.
We moved to the Iga, the grammar, and then we started learning a lot of vocabulary at that time. And I think we completed our topic 1 within the first month.
Yeah, it was
because
so
it was
fast.
really easy.
We went to take exams.
Yeah, it was topic 1's really easy. You'll do it
Yeah.
in no time. And then we started preparing for topic 2. So our goal was topic 4.
Yeah.
But then the tricks they taught us in the language here, even if you don't understand, if you know those tricks, you get points.
Yeah. Literally.
So there's a lot of tricks for listening and then reading and also writing. Because the format
they
is
teach
the
you good
same.
tricks, like for Dongso, shout out to them. Like they really did a good job with the tricks, and they taught us a lot.
Yeah, so for the language, I think I focus more on the vocabulary because, of course, you can't form sentences without vocabulary. So
Yeah.
learn, memorize, and also learn because there are a lot of words which has the same translation in English, but then the use of it is really different. So, for example, hayong hada, iyong hada. So where you apply that, it's really different. So whenever you're learning the language, the words, make sure that you learn where it is applicable and where it is not. And also, if you learn like the basic Hanja, it's good. It's the Chinese characters. And then Korean language has a lot of those things. So if you know a few Hanja words, it's better. It becomes easier for you to learn vocabulary. And even if it's the word you see for the first time, you'd still guess the meaning of it.
Yeah, because like if you know the Hanja, you'll be like, okay, this one is like starting with this, then it should be like that. Because like, for example, they have so many of like, for example, it's starting with one thing and it's like having the same meaning. So it will
So the
give you
meaning
that,
never changes for the Hanja. It's the same.
Yeah, it's like giving you that point of like you understanding the whole process. So can you give us a bit of like what you was like? Was there any app or like you were using to memorize?
I think I was using a lot of Quizlet. I made my own quizzes.
Oh.
Yeah, because we had that book of memorizing like 30 to 40 words a day.
Yeah.
And it's hard. You have to do it every single day, so you forget the ones you've already learned. So just go on Quizlet, type it, and then just go do it every single time you have.
You typed the whole?
Yeah, I did the whole. I typed my vocabulary there.
Don't do it. There is already like a 30 days already typed.
Yeah, I found
for
those
you.
also, but then they didn't have the extra words in it.
Ah, yeah, they don't
So I
have.
had to type the extra words. I think I also typed the sentences.
열심히 하네.
So I think I studied really hard for the first 5 months.
Yeah.
So I got my topic 5, and then the next semester I started improving my vocab. So there were a lot of words I forgot after the vacation.
Yeah.
So I started learning them again, and then for the second semester my main focus was improving my writing skills. So the 54th question of the topic, we improved a lot, and then even for the reading we started to actually understand what the questions were and not just like guess. So just learn a lot of vocabulary.
Yeah, like if you have time, like before like literally starting your courses, just like learn here and there, like watch lots of, if you have time.
Just watch a lot of K-drama so you get really iksuke.
For me, I was not watching before coming here.
I watched a lot of dramas before I came here, so it wasn't like
I was
new to
watching,
me.
but it was already like translated version, like even the sound. So what I did that helped me a lot is like I watched literally like the songs was like whatever I was consuming, it was like in Korean. So I was like always like hearing like Korean.
Also those Korean TV shows.
Oh yeah, yening, they call it yening.
Yeah, yening program, and yeah, those type of like reality shows, they have a lot of easier Korean, especially the shows with like kids in them. Like small kids, they're elementary, so the words they use, you have actually learned them, so you can understand it.
Or if you have like a favorite singer, they're also like having lives.
Don't listen to the romanized versions of the 자막.
But yeah, like learn, like make it fun for you. Like have fun with it and also learn new words before like actually starting your like language courses. It will help you a lot. So okay, you're in Korea, you're doing your language, you're getting stipends. So do you think that amount that you got back then, it's totally different now, the amount we are getting now and the amount we had back then? And back then everything was cheaper too. So how did you balance it, and was it enough for you?
So for the language year, I think we got like 90만 won per month. So I saved like at least
90만 won was like,
it was so little compared to what we are getting it right now. Even if it's just like what 10만 원, 20만 won more, but still, so we got 90만 won for the stipend, and then we got 공간, the health insurance separately. So health insurance was paid and everything. So from the Kushimanan, I think we start of every semester we used to give out the dormitory fee. That is when you didn't have a lot of money because you were giving away half of the money. So like that 1 month, it was hard because you had to cook, you had to buy ingredients and everything. You had to buy clothes because it's cold and then it gets hot. So first few months were hard because you had to adjust, you had to buy a lot of new things. But when you adjusted, you start buying the same things. Like if you're cooking, then you buy the same ingredients and then you find like markets like Batu.
Like you
Shippo.
get the hang of like how to find like
cheap places.
For example, milk is cheap in this brand, or like this yache, like this vegetable is cheap in there. You'll get the hang
like
of
you
it.
go at night and then there's discounted prices.
Yeah.
So you do that, and then right now, even I'm living alone right now, so I pay my rent and everything, and then all those kodong expenses, it comes to like half of my stipend. And then I try to save more on food. So I use like
Cooking.
Costco or like discounts at night in the marts. Because I have a lot of marts here and then they have discounts every day. So I go there when they are closing.
Yeah, go a bit like around 8, I think. they are starting like putting stickers of like to make it. Yeah,
Oshipro.
The later you go, they will have the last stickers.
Yeah, because you have to sell it out.
Yeah, otherwise it will just spoil. Like if it remains.
Yeah, so
that's a good trick.
Yeah, I buy a lot of meat from there. For fruits, I go to Bangwon Shijang.
Yeah,
it's closer to here. I do that, and then for like eggs, milk and stuff, I buy from Kupang.
Yeah.
Because it's cheaper, or I buy from Costco. Yeah, so that is where I try to save a lot of my money. And then for basically clothing and stuff, both of us, we don't like buying new clothes. We thrift a lot of clothes. So we go to like Thongmyo and like Kotumor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We might show you guys one day.
Yeah, so you
our
just
favorite
find
places there.
So you just find like survival things, survival shops. Yeah, as long as you don't go out like every single day or like order food every single day from outside, it's sufficient. It's more than enough. You'll even end up with savings. Yeah, it's more than enough if you have a normal balanced lifestyle.
Yeah, if you are okay with living like, because like the rent is also different. Like if you want to live a very good life, it's different. You will definitely need money from home, because I have some friends there that they are GKS, but again they are fine. They are wanting their parents to send them for the rent amount. So yeah, if you want to have like okay life, like you're a student, that is fine to have like just one room, even if it's small. I think like the amount is enough. And if you're not like going outside and like eating outside a lot, it's enough. And
it's better you learn how to cook, how to clean and everything.
Yeah, how to cook will help you a lot.
Yeah.
Because you can save on cooking, and also not like saving is one point. Another point is like you are in another country, like
you need emergency funds.
Yeah, and also like you crave some of the foods from your country. That is like sometimes you just want some good meals, but if you always buy from outside, it's so expensive. So if you cook it by yourself, you'll have a very good food, healthy, and at the same time you're saving. So that's really like if you guys.
But do go out every 2 weeks to rest.
Yeah,
it's not bad. Yeah, of course you should.
Yeah, you need to like meet people too. Like just balance it out, and you'll have like okay life. And also like with the GKS, once you're done with your language, you will also have like the opportunity to work during your vacation. So you can work hard on vacation, save up that money. That will help you a lot.
Oh, and also I don't know for the other universities, but for Yonsei we have like a Global Korea Scholarship after every semester. and it's mostly dependent on your grades and your extracurricular activities you have done during that semester and the vacation and the amount we usually get. So it's only for like 20 selected 20 students. So you write an application, you submit your academics transcript, and the amount adds up to like 50만 원. So it's 500,000 Korean won.
Yeah.
And apart from that, before the start of every semester, we get like 20만 원 for our textbooks, for our books. And then also for like there are scholarships from your own major. So make sure to go
Check
through
it
the
out.
website. Go through the websites of every of your major and also the school's web school.
What kind of scholarship you mean? Like
So
university?
for us, for my major, there's this scholarship where it's only given to like 2 students from College of Economics and Business. So it's around like 3 million Korean won for one semester. So it's more than enough actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, so have good scores, do a lot of extracurricular activities, and get the scholarships.
Yeah, like those things, some of these points, some of the university, they do have it, but some of them don't. For example, I'm in Kyunghee and we have like in each start of each semesters, they do give us money for the books, but we have it like 100,000. It's like much smaller amount than the other
Books
universities.
are really expensive. One book is like 5만 원, 6만 원.
For my major, is more than 10만 원 too.
Yeah, and then you take like 5 to 6 classes, so you need to have like 5 to 6 textbooks.
Yeah.
But use the library, search online, you'll find PDFs.
Yeah, search online, you find PDFs, and also library is also like a good option. It's like, and also for Kyunghee, we don't have like this global Korea scholarship thingy. So
I don't know,
yeah,
but for Yonsei we do.
yeah, try to like find some universities that have this kind of.
But
like,
it's not written on the websites, so you'll have to like text past scholars
Yeah.
to ask them like how the scholarship works, if there are any additional opportunities that are given to you. Text them, they'll reply.
Yeah, like those like 10만 원, 20만 원 is also like a good amount of money. Like
As long
if you
as
have
you're
it,
not
like,
asking like general questions that are
Yeah.
already on the internet, just don't.
yeah, it will be
Ask like genuine questions that will actually help you, and it's not written anywhere on the internet and you're really curious about. And the past scholars will help you, they're really kind. So they've been through that, so they understand you.
Yeah.
So research on your own, and if you find something that is not clear, then text them.
Yeah, yeah. So let's talk about like the finding friends, like the student life here. Have you joined any clubs, or like how did you make local friends, like Korean friends, and how do you approach them? Like how do you connect with them?
So for me, I'm an introvert. So I find making friends really hard.
Yeah.
But there was this residential assistant thingy I did at my school, and it was to like make programs and then support freshmen in Songdo. So that is where I met most of my Korean friends, because we worked together for like 4 semesters. We lived together, and I was the only foreigner there and they were the only Koreans. So I naturally had to speak Korean with them, and we became really close to each other because we lived together. We saw each other every single day. We prepared programs together. We participated in these things together. So it was really easy. And then I joined some Hakke. It's called 180 Degrees Consulting, and then that is how I got into consulting. So I met a lot of Korean students. I've met a lot of international students. I've met a lot of exchange students. Even from my classes, because business has a lot of team presentations and then teamwork, so you have to be in teams. And the students are Korean. They're also from other countries, so you just get closer to them because you're working on a project the whole semester.
So yeah, just like you might now that the GKS Scholarship is like different, the process, you guys are like coming to the same university that you are like learning, you might find friends that are like foreigners.
Yeah.
You might find a comfort zone that you already have some friends. Just if you want to learn more like Korean or also make Korean friends, just like coming out of that comfort zone and just putting yourself in the positions of like meeting more Korean people, that will help you a lot, especially like the clubs. Student clubs, they have two types. One is like specific for your major, and also one is like general, like based on your hobbies. So you can join whatever you like. And with the hobbies also, they have so much fun student clubs. I'm also doing a photography student club, and it is so fun. It is one of my hobby, and I'm meeting lots of like friends who are interested in the same thing that I am, and we are like going exploring so many good places together. And it's so easy to make and connect with them in that level, like outside of like what we are actually studying. Everyone is like coming from so many different backgrounds of studies, so that is also a very fun way. So yeah, consider those. Just put yourself out of your comfort zone. You will find so many good friends here. So you have the experience of like living in the dorm and also like your own like one room. So how was your experience of like housing? Can you tell us more about it? And also like which one is better in your point of view?
So when I came here, language here was you lived in dorms. We lived with our roommates, and you get really close to them. I'm still close to my roommate. We still meet. We are still in good terms.
Yeah.
And then after that, I moved to Incheon, and I lived there for like 6 months. I lived alone. It was a good place. It was in a residential area. It was like on the first floor, so I had a really good window. I had a good space, and the rent was like 30만 won. It didn't include the gas and like electricity, but if you add both of those, it came to like 5만 won. So that place was good. My classes were online, so I didn't have to go to the campus. But after that, I decided to live near SNU. It was like a one-room studio. It was really small. It was like 15 meters square. But the electricity was included, so I didn't have any problems during the summer or like winter.
Yeah.
But it was really small. I liked that place, but I also didn't like that place because it was really small. And I had to commute for like 2 hours every day. I don't know why I chose that. I thought that it would be closer to my university when I start my second year. But then I applied for my RA during my second year, so I had to move back to Incheon again, and I lived there in a dormitory with my RA colleagues. I've lived there for 2 years. During the vacations, I either went to India or I lived with Rahila at her place. So I did that for 2 years, and because I was an RA, we had a really good place. We had a really big like housing type of thing where 8 people or like 5 people lived together. We had a living room, we had big rooms, we had a lot of washrooms. So it was really good. I didn't have to pay because it was included in the scholarship. And then I moved to the current place which we are in right now, and it's like 15 minutes away from my school. So I walk there every day. The rent, I think it's the cheapest you could find in Seoul. It's around 30만 won. Of course, it doesn't include any electricity and gas, but closer to my school, so why not? And it's like 7평, like I think 21 meters square. Even though it's Panjiha, it's really spacious. It's really good, and I think I'll live here for a few years.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you find, you should find like good houses in apps like Chikbang. And there's a lot of scammers out there, so be careful. But then I suggest you take your Korean friends with you so you're not scammed,
Yeah.
and they could help you like find a good place and a good deposit and rent. Do that, and then unless you find a really, really, really good place like a one room, it's better to stay in the dormitory
Yeah.
because it's
Start-
safer.
Starting also just like a semester in dormitory, then finding a good place is also good.
Yeah, because it's safer in the dormitory. Even if there's any problems, you can contact them really fast.
Yeah.
Like the outside people are not allowed in.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's comparatively safe, and it's closer to the university, of course.
Yeah, you just walk. Yeah, it's is it expensive in the Yonsei, like the dormitory?
So we have like two kind of dormitories. One, it's the shared bathroom, so it's cheaper. One is like the private bathroom, so it's more expensive. But then the scholarship amount is like cut every month by the school itself, and then they give you the remaining amount.
But
Yeah.
for us, we have in the Suwon campus, Gyeonggi Suwon campus, we have this Ujongwon. We just have Ujongwon. It's like a dormitory.
We also have the same name.
Oh really? I
Yeah.
think it's
That
like
one is
kind of
the private bathroom one.
Yeah, so you have that, and that amount is like if you like semester wise, it was like if you like count it like each month, it's like some ship. So you
Yeah,
will
same,
have
yeah.
So if you find a good place, some ship you will just pay for the rent, and also like you can like if you live in the dorm, it's so hard to cook and stuff. It's
Yeah,
so
because
like getting
you end up
messy.
ordering a lot of food.
Yeah.
But Hakshik is good if you don't have any dietary restrictions.
Yeah.
It's good, it's cheaper, and it's just like on the ground floor.
Yeah,
So
but
you just walk there.
yeah, but for us, the hakshik was nice, but
They have a lot of meat we don't eat,
yeah, so you have
and
lots
it's
of
not
restrictions.
according to our taste buds, so you end up cooking.
Yeah, and for me, I lived like one semester in the dormitory because when I was done with my language, then I went to university. I didn't come earlier to find a house and stuff, so I just went to and I gave myself time to just go and to stay in the dorm, then find out houses and stuff. So yeah, it was like, and also I wanted to know how is the dormitory. If it was good, then I will be just staying there. But it was good. We were also we had a roommate, and also I was Ujongwon is having like 6th, 7th floor, and the kitchen is in the first floor.
Yeah,
And-
it's
and
really
it's so
hard to
big.
store stuff.
Yeah, like even though you can store stuff in the kitchen, it's just like
There's a lot of cases of stealing and
they
stuff.
steal it, and also like, do you really want to like cook and eat at the same like place? Like for me, I want to have like my meal in there. Like for example, me watching in my bed or like some like I don't know. So that's why those things like made me like okay, I want to just like
Also, dorms here they have 통금 curfew, so you can't stay out after like 11 or 12 p.m. or like for us it was 2 a.m. So you're not allowed to enter or leave. You're not even allowed to leave.
in the Incheon one or
Yeah, the Songdo dormitory. I don't know about the Seoul one because I've never lived there except for one time during my vacations. But yeah, so you have curfews. So like if you end up being out for like late, then you can't enter. You have to wait until 5 a.m. And you have to be outside. The guards aren't going to let you in.
But we didn't had the curfew.
Really?
Yeah, they were just.
I know most of the universities have. Most of them are like
Yeah,
exceptions.
I heard like they have like in SKK too.
Yeah, even for us we do.
For us, we don't have those stuff, but like yeah, they just give you the pin and you just enter it, and there's like having some systems just do and like you go. we didn't have those problems. But like Ujong was like so big. It's like at the end of the row, you should go and find your like a room, and like go down, cook, go back. It was like it was
Kitsana.
so kitsana. So like yeah, I wanted like I wanna have my own kitchen. I wanna cook. So yeah, also I started living alone. So yeah, and I'm living in one place for so many years.
Yeah,
like,
it's been three years.
So it's like it's nice. Like if you find a good place, like living outside is also good, and you can save up money with the cooking. That is a very like good way of saving. So let's go to the next question. Tell us like about the challenges you had. What was the biggest challenges you faced as an international student in Korea?
One thing I'd say is the classes in Korean. So the Korean you learn at the language here and the Korean that is actually used in your major, it's really different because you're not learning your major related terminology in your language here. So even if you know a lot of Korean, even if you're topic 6, you'll still find it hard to study in Korean when you enter your first year or your second year. So you'll have to relearn Korean again.
Yeah.
So you have to relearn Korean, and then there's a lot of new words you have to learn, and then the presentations, if the classes are completely in Korean, then the presentations are in Korean, the exam is also in Korean. And then even the teamwork, team presentations, everything is in Korean. So you can't do anything in English because of course it's in Korean, so you have to do that. So I think that was one of the challenges. The other was just like stress. So you're alone in another country, there's no one here, there's no family here. So you're just dependent on yourself. So you'll have a lot of stress, such as maybe cooking or like studying, or you'll find it hard to make friends. It's not easy to make friends. It's difficult, so you'll be really stressed, and then you might even feel lonely. So yeah,
like try to find like community for yourself and like take care of your mental health a lot. And
there's a lot of
like,
support given from the university itself. So yeah, if you take use of it, then it's good.
Like finding some international friends if you can't connect with the Korean friends. And there's so many meetups and opportunities and like networking events. So if you have time, you can like connect with other international students in your campus, find more friends. This will help you like for the few like with the first days that you are in a new like area. It really helps you. So okay, so how did you deal with the homesickness? I mean, like sometimes you can't go back during vacation, and also like there's so many ceremonies we have in our own countries, and we feel down maybe on these days because like in your country everyone is celebrating. You see on the Instagram everyone is so like dressed up and stuff, but you here alone just like doing your academics. So how do you deal with that?
So for me, I used to just go to Indian restaurants here, but then they're good, but they're not like the food you'd find in India. So even if you eat a lot, you'll get tired of it. So at first, that was like my safe zone. I just go to an Indian restaurant and have Indian food. Other than that, I just watch movies.
Binge watching.
Yeah, binge watching movies right now because I'm living alone. I usually cook during those festivals. So I cook. I try to call my friends, eat with them. We usually meet once a few months or a lot in 1 month.
Depending on
So we end up doing that, and then you just make new hobbies. So right now I'm like baking.
Yeah, like make things that make you happy.
Yeah, so just find stuff that makes you happy and like safe and calm, and
Yeah.
it'll be okay.
Yeah.
Eventually it will be okay.
Yeah, at first it is hard, really. Like for me, when I met such a good friends when I was in the Korean language course. Then I shifted to the actual university that I applied for, and suddenly you have no friends and you have to start from zero again, and it's hard because it's like a new language, new culture and stuff. So yeah, like trying to take care of your mental health is like
Yeah, just find
priority.
things to do, rest,
Yeah.
do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one's gonna tell you anything here. Just be
Yeah.
free.
Yeah, just do the stuff you always wanted to do. Explore like the surroundings because you will find so many like gems around your place.
Yeah,
that
and
you're
it's really
living in.
easy to not do that because you're just into all of those stress, and then you're just
Yeah.
adapting, and then you forget that you're actually in another country,
And
and
this
you
was
end
your
up
dream.
not, yeah, and then you end up not going anywhere because that's the case with me. I've not been to like more places here. I've only been to like Busan, not even Gyeongju, Jeonju, Sokcho, and Gangneung. So those are the only places I've visited. And I'm in my last year. I had like 4 years to do that, but then I didn't because of all of the stress and then the academics, and then
Yeah.
even during vacations, financial difficulties and everything. So maybe like travel a bit,
Yeah.
because now I want to travel a lot because it's only 1 year and you don't know where you'd be.
And,
So, yeah.
and also like there's so many opportunities for foreigners, you know, like you go to a new city and it's all free.
Yeah, we did that last
Yeah.
month.
We did that last
Last month,
Yeah,
December, yeah.
we went to Yangyang,
Cheongsan.
Tongsan. Yeah, we went there and it was all like it was organized, and they gave us the food. It was free, the transportation, everything. There's so many of like those opportunities. You don't need to spend a lot
Yeah, you just
to
have
travel.
to research a lot.
Be in the socials. Like if you network with other people, they will let you know. So yeah, use those opportunities a lot. Like travel a lot. So yeah, on budget.
Yeah, it costs money.
Yeah, it costs money.
Everything costs money.
So okay, we are like getting so near to our graduation. So what is your future plan after finishing your studies? Do you want to stay here?
I think I'd most probably stay here because I've been here for like 5 years now. And I feel like I don't want to waste those 5 years by studying everything related to Korea, like adapting to this culture and just leaving it as soon as I graduate. So I definitely want to stay here for a few more years, work, now experience the work culture. I've already experienced the university culture. So I want to experience the work culture and see how it is, how it suits me. Is it good for me? Am I good for this? And then see what happens.
Yeah,
like just go with the
experience it.
flow. Yeah. So I feel like I'd stay here after graduation because I'll be starting my like co-op next month. So I'd get like a trailer of how it is to work here in Korea. So I'd be doing that. So maybe that would help me decide if I really want to stay here after graduation or go to another country maybe.
Yeah. So how do you think like this scholarship helped you like through your career like choices, and also like how did it make you grow like in a personal or like career wise?
So you're just like 18 or 19 and you're leaving your own country and you're going to another country, so you're on your own. So even if you don't know something, you end up learning it. So you'll end up doing it. Because you have to survive here. There's no one here to support you. you have like emotional support from your family, but then you're here alone, so you'll end up learning a lot of things. You'll grow as a person.
Adulthood.
You'll have a lot of setbacks, but so what? You'll have to do. There's
Yeah.
no backing down.
Go
There's no
through
giving
it.
up. The only option is to just do it. Just do it. As long as you don't give up
Yeah.
and go back to your country, because you have to pay a lot of money to even go back.
Yeah.
So you'll find up you'll end up doing what you had to do. So that is what I did. I did have a lot of difficulties. I did struggle with my speaking Korean speaking, but then I ended up finding friends who were ready to talk to me in Korean, and then
Yeah.
I became more comfortable. I became natural with Korean, and right now I have become more comfortable with speaking in Korean than English. So yeah, you'll just end up doing that. And then for my career, I think being in this university and being in this country with this scholarship, it has like I don't have the burden of finances anymore, because I know that my tuition is being paid. I'll be getting my stipend every month, so I don't have to think a lot about the finances, and I have the enough peace of mind for thinking about my future
Yeah.
and exploring myself.
Yeah. Working on your skills.
So that, and then I found a lot of extracurricular activities here. I've met new people, and for my career, as you also know, that I think I've selected my career as like ESG consulting, and it all started with like a small hakhae, and then I started applying to like Kongmojan.
Yeah.
What is it called in English?
Like, yeah.
We'll find it
Yeah,
afterwards.
We'll write it down there.
So I applied to a lot of Kongmojans, and then I got the opportunity to get selected in that, and then I also got the opportunity to go to London and then Amsterdam, and it was all paid by the school. And then I also applied to a lot of competitions, and one of my competition will start tomorrow.
Best of
And
luck.
thank you. And then I get to visit other countries, which is fully funded because I won those competitions. So I think through this scholarship, I've gained enough skills to understand who I am,
Yeah.
what I want to be, and what are my interests. Do I like doing this? Do I not like doing this? Do I like studying, or do I like working, or do I want to go
Explore more
to
of
grad
yourself.
school? You just let yourself to like go with the flow, and then it will come naturally to you, and that's what has happened to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, the 18-year-old Sara, and right now it's really different.
So there was this like kind of challenge, like they were asking like if you meet yourself, if you have a coffee date from like you this age with the Sara 18-year-old, what you would say to her. It was
Don't
a
make me
challenge.
emotional.
It was a challenge. I mean, like you can just say something, but it was a challenge. Like it was looking cool though. The people who were doing it.
For me now that I think that the 18-year Sara was really, I think I was more positive at that time than I'm right now. Because that time I just had one goal, that was to get the scholarship at any cost. So I was really, really, really positive at that time. I was like, I believed in myself because I know that I have my grades, I have my experiences, I have everything, and I'm just one step closer to that. So I was really positive at that time, and I think I wouldn't say anything to her, but she would say something to me.
Like be more positive.
Yeah, because right now my goals have like widened, and I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do that. And there's no like one focal point for me, and I end up getting nervous and like stressed. So I feel like for that coffee chat, she would be the one telling me.
Like, yeah, don't stress about those stuff.
Yeah, it's
Be
just
positive.
go with the flow. Even if you don't get this scholarship, it's not the end of the world. And you're maybe not just meant for this scholarship, you're meant for other scholarships.
Yeah.
There's a lot of scholarships like the Hungary one, and then Japan, and like Turkey.
Yeah.
Even in US, Canada, there's a lot of scholarships. Maybe you're meant for that scholarship.
Yeah, just apply as much as you can.
Just believe in yourself, because you're the one who knows about you.
Yeah.
No one knows who you are or anything. Just try to express yourself as much as you can in those personal essays, and that will like thonge with the interviewers.
Like literally just like manifest it also, and also work towards it. Like just believing in yourself is so important. If you really believe in yourself, you won't have like a stress in the interview, or like you will be working hard towards it. It's like, okay, if I work hard, it will like end up good. So yeah, just believe in yourself that you can, and you're good enough about it, like this scholarship and doing these opportunities that other people that you might think are so smart are getting. You're smart. So if you're ending up like watching until this point of the video, so you are passionate about this scholarship, and we are wishing you very best of luck for the coming years. And we hope to see you here, and tell us more about, like, maybe you can comment down after coming like here to tell us about like, oh, I watched these videos, all right, whatever. So okay, for the people who are getting this scholarship, or who are like coming to Korea, maybe not this scholarship, just like other opportunities, what do you think they should like bring, like from India, that they might need a lot here, like, and what do you think they should not bring? They should just buy here.
Definitely bring like the starting amount of like money,
Yeah.
because for the first few days you come here, you'll have to spend a lot. For me, I went to Daisa a lot, so I ended up spending a lot there.
Yeah.
Daisa is really good. It's perfect.
Yeah, I showed the video of Daiso. I'll put it down here. You can watch the Daiso like experience
It's the perfect
here.
shopping place. Yeah, I love marts.
Yeah,
I love
me
grocery stores. I love those type of things. So, yeah, bring enough money to like cover a few days.
Yeah.
From India, I'd suggest not to bring a lot of clothes, because
Different
I threw my clothes. I gave it away within like the few months, because the weather, it's not the same.
Yeah.
The weather is not the same, and then it's just the quality is different and everything. So clothes, just bring like one coat maybe if it's during winter, like just one puffer jacket.
Yeah, maybe like those
And a few
stuff that you
sweaters.
will need and you don't have money until like those.
Yeah, those
Those necessities.
things. And then bring like your official documents, because you'll need those here. For me, I think when I first made my bank account, they asked me for like the PAN card. It's like the Indian income tax thingy. You can only make it after you're 18 years of age. But then for me, because I thought that I anyways didn't want to study in India, I wanted to go abroad. So I didn't make my PAN card. And I came here when I was like 18 and like 6 months. So I didn't find the use of making it. And when I came to Korea, when I was making my bank account, they're like, do you have like a PAN card from your country? I was like, no, I did not. And then I think they let it go away. But yeah, if you're like 19, 20, make sure that you have your PAN card. Bring your official documents. Keep it safe. Bring official and like notarized copies of it, because you can't give away original documents.
Yeah.
And you can't also give away copy without making it seem like authentic. So do that. What else? Bring like some
Snacks?
No, snacks. Yeah, but you'd find a lot of Indian stores in here.
Yeah.
Bring like those, what are those called? Like chalk item?
Like the memory.
Like something that reminds
Like
you of home.
pictures,
Yeah, like
yeah.
bring a lot of photos and then something that reminds you of your home. I think that would be of a
Yeah.
good support.
Yeah, emotional support.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah,
because-
and then what else? Like food and everything, there's a lot of Indian marts in
Yeah.
here. You'll find a lot of good stuff. There's a lot of Indian restaurants, so you don't need a lot of stuff. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you'll end up buying a lot of stuff here.
Yeah, just like bring amount of money that will
Last you at least a month.
At
Yeah,
least
at
a
least a
month.
month, because you don't know what would happen.
And also like you will need lots of stuff from Daiso and stuff, and the currency
you
is
love
also
Daiso.
different. So yeah, you will need lots of stuff from there. Just bring amount of money that serves your necessities when you're reaching another country, and amount of money that will help you like with the eating and stuff for a month, because when you come here, like when the time that they give you money is a bit like late.
Yeah, it's a bit late, and then the first month you have a lot of expenses. They cut out the
Yeah,
they
you have
take
lots
the
of
dormitory
expenses.
expense, and then you pay the health insurance. You pay for your SIM card,
Like a lot.
transportation.
It's a lot, like literally, because you need to
Yeah.
buy so many stuff. Like I didn't bring my towel. I need to buy a towel. I don't have anything to like eat on. I should buy that.
Yeah.
Like it's not looking a lot once you are in Daiso, but it piles up and you will be like paying a lot. So yeah,
Yeah.
just bring money, and the best of luck for those of you who are applying for this year, and hope to see you all here, and thank you for watching until the end of this video.
Thank you.
Yeah, and hope to see you with the second episode with another country, exploring another country and other points of views with this scholarship, and also like another university. So yeah, just comment down whatever you liked about this video, or what questions you have, or what person I should interview next, or also like which universities you really want to know more about. So comment down. I will try to find someone to interview, and I will try my best to ask them good questions, the questions that you guys are really interested about. So yeah, comment down whatever you like to know. I will read, and I will try to answer to them. So thank you so much, and hope to see you again. Bye bye.
Bye.